Okay, I'm reading for my Tuesday afternoon class. Just reading notes. Oh, who is someone who supervises? If someone supervises, they oversee. One word to describe food, water, machines, helicopters, ambulances, fire engines is resources. If something falls, it collapses. This is a review from the CNN Chile video. Okay. The water, roads, electricity, internet, etc. of a city are called the infrastructure. People are strict. Rules and policies are stringent. The word in Japanese, kanari, in English is sizable, or considerable. If someone is prominent, it means they're respected or famous. If someone dies, we should mourn their deaths. M-O-U-R-N. Another word for mourn is lament. Okay. Now in the video, we'll see a few expressions, and I'm going to introduce the expressions from the Family Guy video first. The first expression is drag. Drag somebody to something. To drag somebody to something means to take them to something, especially something they don't want to go to. For example, when I was a boy, my mother dragged me to the barbershop, or my father dragged me to the museum. He dragged his children to the art museum. Okay. The expression to make matters worse is sarani warui koto ni or something. So it's like sono ue ni, to make matters worse. Another expression is to add insult to injury. To add insult to injury. Michio mayou is to get lost, or to lose the way, or to lose your trail. They lost the trail, or they got lost. One of the fathers of American literature is named Henry David Thoreau, and I studied him in college. And anyway, he lived in the woods, and he wrote the quote that appears in this show. If I say you had to, for example, if I bring Maggie to school, even though Yukari says don't bring Maggie, and then Maggie pees on the floor, then of course Yukari would be angry, and she would say you had to bring Maggie. So you had to bring Maggie is like a semeru kotoba. どうしてマギ持ってきたの？持ってこないでって言ったのにね。連れてこないでって言ったのにね。Why did you have to bring Maggie? Right? So you had to bring Maggie. That's the colloquial slang expression. You had to bring Maggie. Okay. 悪いのは私だけだ. But I only have myself to blame. And the opposite, you only have yourself to blame. 自分のせいだからね。自分しか責めれない。You can only blame yourself. みんな私のせいだ is the same. I only have myself to blame. It's my fault. It's my fault. Okay. In America, we have a lot of foreign doctors. For example, a lot of doctors are Indian because there's a brain drain. A lot of doctors come from third world countries or poor countries, and they come to work in America because the money's good. But at the same time, a lot of American children are in recent generations, kind of stupid. They don't work hard. So if you are not happy with the Indian doctor, the Indian veterinarian or Indian vet, and you think he's too rough with your cat, rough is arai. If you think he's too rough with your cat, well, you only have yourself to blame. So you should have studied more, and you should have become a doctor, and then you could be a vet. But instead, we have to hire third world or vets from third worlds who are not as gentle with our animals. Okay. He's running for president is what koshoku ni rikoho suru or something like that. Okay. To run for public office, to run for president. He's running for president. Obama ran for president. It means he tried to become president. You run for public office. Run for cover is completely different. Run for cover is hide, run for cover. Hey, run for cover. Okay. Now, in the video, we're going to see a newspaper headline saying Stewie beats Truman, Harry Truman. I don't remember when, but many, many years ago, there was, I guess around World War II or so, the Chicago Tribune predicted that President Truman would lose the election. So they went ahead and they published all these newspapers saying Dewey was Dwight Eisenhower. Dewey beats Truman. But on the day of the election, actually, Truman beat Dewey. So he held up a big picture. He held the newspaper up like this. And the newspaper said, Dewey beat Truman, and he's Truman. So he was having fun, laughing. Look at this. It says I lost, but actually he won. Now, remember the character in the story. His name is Stewie, right? The Stewie and Dewey are similar sounding, so they use this opportunity in the show to change using Photoshop, they changed the newspaper headline to Stewie beats Truman. And Stewie it's kind of a fiction in his head. I remember the last time I ran for public office, I was embarrassed by Truman. Then he says, Harry Truman, stupid jerk, friggin' FDR's ass bitch. Now remember, the word friggin' is a nice way to say fucking. You shouldn't say fucking. Friggin' is kind of a safe word. Jerk is yanayatsu. You can use it for anybody. It's safe. Bitch is a weak... Bitch has a few meanings. One bitch is monku o yu, quit bitching, stop bitching. One bitch is kono ama, like very bad, a word for a woman you don't like. And another word for bitch is for a very weak man that you beat. For example, if you're a man and I beat you, and you're my bitch, means I own you. So A is B's bitch. A is controlled by B, right? In class yesterday, Dr. D said, Hatoyama is Ozawa's bitch. Okay. The search drags on into its third day. And the first drag we saw in this story is about making someone come muriyarini, right? This drag on means kind of stretch in a boring way. So nothing has happened. So for example, if you're watching a movie and the movie is very boring, we're saying, oh, the movie just dragged on and on. Or the meeting was so boring and the meeting just dragged on and on and on. What else? Search party, rescue party. Search party or rescue party. They're very similar. What's the difference? A search party could be just searching for like a dead body. Rescue party is trying to save living people. Okay. The word in English for shitai or shigai is corpse. Corpse. The word psychic is both adjective and noun. Psychic is someone who has cho no ryoku ga aru, right? He's psychic. For example, if I touch this computer, I can read the computer's memory. That would be psychic. Now, a psychic is like someone like uranai shi or something, right? Someone who can see the future. He is a psychic. So it's very similar. But psychic could have many, many, many powers, different kinds of powers. Reading minds or seeing the future or seeing the past. Okay. Almost finished. Two more. To scour is to search through. To disparage. To scour. For example, they scoured the land. He scoured the land for the perfect model. Or he scoured the land for the best actor. Right? To disparage someone is to insult them. Stop disparaging me. You shouldn't disparage Japanese whalers. Okay? All right. So study that, and let's go on with the lesson.